One, before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Waha, Waka Kodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one true name is Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who will well and teach well, because those are the men who I learned this truth from through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you, sincere brothers scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. I am the brother Mashiach Arazakah from the Servants of Yahweh Yahweh Shai Camp, Las Vegas, Nevada branch. And pretty much in this lesson, it's going to be titled as Hispanics and Native American Indians are Israelites. Hispanics and Native American Indians are Israelites. And the reason why I titled this lesson as this is because yesterday, I had a Yahuwah individual come on my channel, and he started calling me a heathen, a Moabite. He started calling me all of these different things because I am of the Northern Kingdom, which is a Gadite, which is a so-called Native American Indian that they call today. So he's calling me a heathen. But when you people that are in the Yahuwah doctrine, you guys believe that Israelites are only Negroid descent, you are literally going off. Because number one, you had prophets, and I can name a lot. You had prophets that were Israelite men that slept with heathen women and had kids with them. So for you to say that to be a full-blooded Israelite, both of your parents got to be Judah, you know, the Israelites are all Negro descent, you are fucking going off. You believe in the A1, B1A, you are going off. The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the true Hebrew Israelites according to the Bible. A lot of you ain't going to understand that because you're in a different doctrine. And every time I say this, you guys just don't listen out there. You don't watch my video. You just see my title and you just state your point. Listen to what I'm saying. You gotta listen. The so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the Hebrew Israelites today, are the true Hebrew Israelites today. I'm going to prove it. You guys that saying so-called Native American Indians are Moabites, you are fucking bug out at the end of the day. Because again, in that case, and just to even say that, because you got Israelites that push the over righteous doctrine and say that an Israelite man, a so-called Negro, Hispanic, Native American Indian man, an Israelite man, they can't sleep with the other nations. They can't mingle amongst the heathen, meaning they can't sleep with heathen women. Israelite men can't sleep with heathen women, which you're fucking going off. Father Abraham, his woman wasn't an Israelite, and he slept with her and had Gershom. Gershom was an Israelite. King Solomon, he slept with an Ammonitess, and she wasn't an Israelite, and she bared him Rehoboam. And Rehoboam, any of you Israelites, Yahuwah, look up Rehoboam. Rehoboam's mother was not an Israelite. She was an Ammonitess. And what is Ammon? What is an Ammonite? Look right there, a Japanese person. You see that? Ammon. It's Amawan, which is Japanese. Yes, King Solomon, the woman that he slept with, one of his concubines that he slept with, she bared him Rehoboam. And Rehoboam's mother was an Ammonitess. She was not an Israelite. Joseph's woman that he slept with, she had Ephraim and Manasseh, right? Their mother was a Hamite. She wasn't an Israelite. So Israelite men, they can be with heathen women. Because if an Israelite man sleeps with that heathen woman, she can be white, she could be an Arab, she could be of any of these nations here. She could be a white woman, Indonesian, Assyria, Syria, Arab, Chinese, Japanese woman, Ethiopian woman, Egyptian woman, North American woman, South American woman, a Turkey woman, a Russian woman, a Greek woman, a German woman, a Spanish woman, and a Cyprus woman. It could be any one of these women. If an Israelite man sleeps with any one of these women on this list, that child that they bear, that woman bears, is an Israelite. Because it goes back to the seed line of the father. Point blank, period. And we're going to prove it. Because he called me a heathen. He called me a Moabite. Well, when you look up the lunar stone, and you guys got to start looking, look up the lunar stone. This is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. The lunar stone. Now, as you can see, it is written, the northern kingdom, which is the so-called Native American Indians, Hispanics, they were over here first before the southern kingdom. And I'm gonna prove that. Now, when you look at this stone here, this is written in Paleo Hebrew by those people, the Native American Indians and Hispanics. This is written in Paleo Hebrew. You can look this up. So Native American Indians are Israelites. This is written. You can look this up. It's called the Lunar Stone. It's written in Paleo Hebrew. The Northern Kingdom was already over here before the Southern Kingdom. That's why when you go into the Babylonian, when you go into the Babylonian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, and the Roman Empire, that's all Southern Kingdom that went through that. Northern Kingdom, they fell to the Assyrians, right? They fell to the Assyrians. But the Babylonian Empire, they were gone already. The Northern Kingdom was gone already. So when you go to the Nebuchadnezzar, Babylonian Empire, the Medes, the Persians, which is the Medo-Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, and the Roman Empire, that's all Southern Kingdom that went through that. Now, you had a little bit of Northern Kingdom still there with the Southern Kingdom, but the Northern Kingdom was gone already. They went to a land where no man dwelt, which is this place called America today, which is actually called the land of Azareth. We proved that so many times, but I'm going to prove it in this lesson. Now, again, I'll show you on this chart. Now, if you don't believe in this chart, because you got people that say the 12 tribe chart is false, then don't watch this video. So if you see Benjamin, Levi, you see how it says Benjamin, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the southern kingdom there. You see that? Southern kingdom. Then you have the rest of the 10 tribes, the northern kingdom here. You see that? The northern kingdom. You see that? It says Shimeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. You see that? Simeon is the Dominicans, right? Zebulun is Guatemalans or Panamanians. Ephraim is Puerto Ricans. Manasseh is Cubans. Gad is North American Indians, right? Reuben is Seminole Indians, right? And then it says Naphtali, the Argentinian to Chileans, right? Then you have Asher, right? Colombians to Uruguayans, right? And then you have Issachar, which is Hispanics, Mexican. That's the northern kingdom. Israel was split into two kingdoms after Solomon's sin, right? After the sin of Solomon, right? Israel was split into two kingdoms. So let's read it. Lord willing, best in edifying, Salakia for the remnants, 2 Kings 17 and 13. And this is where we're going to start. It says, yet the Lord testified against Israel. Israel is the northern kingdom, right? It says, and against Judah. Judah is the southern kingdom, which Jerusalem is its capital, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the southern kingdom. Israel is the northern kingdom, all right? And it says, by all the prophets and by all the seers, a seer is a prophet, saying, turn ye from your evil ways, because Israel was wicked. We were put to shame because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? We were put to shame for breaking the law, statutes, and commandments. Okay? So due to us breaking the law, statutes, and commandments, we were put to shame. So we were called that confusion of face there. Verse 13, it says, yet the Lord testified against Israel and against Judah by all the prophets and by all the seers, saying, turn ye from your evil ways, right? And keep my commandments and my statutes according to all the law which I commanded your fathers, right? And which I sent to you by my servants, the prophets. You see that? So the Lord, he was giving the warning to Israel. Israel was being wicked. We were being wicked in this time, right? We were following the ways of the heathen. We were worshiping the idols of the heathens, right? Because at this time, when Israel was already split into two kingdoms, you had Rehoboam and Jeroboam. After Solomon died, his son came in his stead and took over the next rulership after Solomon, which was Rehoboam. Rehoboam was in charge of the southern kingdom, which he only had Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Now the rest of the other tribes, they left from following Rehoboam because Rehoboam was putting heavy taxation upon the people. He increased it heavier. He listened to one of his friends, right, that he was close with, and raised the taxes upon the Israelites. So the northern kingdom, the rest of the 10 tribes, stopped following Rehoboam and started following Jeroboam. But Jeroboam wound up leading Israel in the long run astray. He led the northern kingdom astray. So it says right here, this is 2 Kings 17 and 14. It says, notwithstanding they would not hear, but hardened their necks like to the neck of of their fathers, they did not believe in the Lord their power. You see that? So Israel, the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes nation of Israel, they were rebellious, right? But the northern kingdom is going to fall first. So I'm going to prove that, because that's the part that I want to prove. And I'm going to prove that the Hispanics and Native American Indians are the Israelites. We are the northern kingdom. Verse 15, it says, and they rejected his statutes. You see that? They rejected the statutes and his covenant. And the covenant is a treaty. It means an oath, right? That he made with their fathers, and his testimonies, right? Which he testified against them, and they followed vanity and became vain. You see that? And went after the heathen that were round about them. So they went away from following the laws and statutes and commandments of the Lord and started following the heathen. That's why we're at the bottom today, right? And it says, and went after the heathen that were round about them, concerning whom the Lord had charged them that they should not do like them. See, because the Lord didn't want us being like the other nations, but we winded up doing it. We were disobedient. Verse 16, and they left all the commandments of the Lord their power, and made them molten images, even to calves, and made a grove, and worship all the hosts of heaven, and serve Baal. See that? They started worshiping other gods. And Jeroboam is the one that led Israel astray into worshiping Baal, because he was afraid that Israel would go back to following Rehoboam, and he didn't want to lose that power. So what he did was he had Israel started worshiping a whole new deity and started going off, right? And that's what caused the northern kingdom to fall. Verse 17, and they caused their sons and their daughters to pass through the fire, and used divinations and enchantments, and sold themselves to do evil in the sight of the Lord, to provoke him to anger. Verse 18, therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel. This is talking about the northern kingdom. The northern kingdom. The northern kingdom, right? I told you about that. The northern kingdom. You see that? The northern kingdom. I got to say it like that because these people don't, these Yahuwah people don't get it. The northern kingdom. The Dominicans, the Guatemalans, Panamanians, Puerto Ricans, Cubans, North American Indians, Seminole Indians, Argentinians to Chile, Colombians, Uruguayans, and Hispanics, Mexicans. That's the northern kingdom. They can't all just be Negroid descent. You are going off. You are going off. You guys are going off. You guys don't know the scriptures. You in-house Israelites. You talk shit with no works. That's what gets me irritated. Is you guys come on my comment board, you guys are calling me a heathen and all these things, but when I go on your channel, you ain't did a lesson in 6 years. You never on your channel have never ever went out to the highways and byways. You're an in-house Israelite, and you need to stop talking. Go teach. Go work out your salvation. Stop trying to do debates. If you think you know the scriptures so well, why don't you go on the street corners and teach? I've been going out to the street corners, and I don't just do videos on YouTube. I go out to the streets and teach. I've been doing this shit for over fucking 7 years, 8 years. Be 9 years for me. I've been street teaching for 8 years straight, 7 years straight, going on 9 years straight. Where's your street ministry? Since you're persecuting Israelites so hard, you other jakes that think you know it all. Where's your street ministry? I never seen a video. You guys that talk shit, you guys don't have no videos of you actually being on a street corner, reading out of your Bible that you guys read, and you don't teach nobody. You guys just go on the internet and just talk. You guys got to stop doing that, man. For the Lord winds up jacking y'all up. Verse 19, it says, also Judah, I'll read it from the top. Verse 18, therefore the Lord was very angry with Israel, talking about the northern kingdom, and removed them out of their sight. There was none left but the tribe of Judah only, right? Because the Assyrians came in. They came in the year 720 BCE. They came in and they took over the northern kingdom. So Judah was only left. The northern kingdom, they were in captivity to the Assyrians. So when the northern kingdom fell, Judah was the only one left. The southern kingdom was only left. The northern kingdom was already down. The northern kingdom was gone. It was only the southern kingdom left. So after the Assyrians, you had the Babylonians that came in after the Assyrians, which was 586 BCE. So you had the Babylonians come in. And when the Babylonians came in, you had the Babylonians, right, going into Nebuchadnezzar and them, right, which was the Babylonian Empire. Then you had the Medes that came in. Then you had the Syrians that came in after the Medes, which were mightier, which the scriptures mention that in Daniel, the 8th chapter, about them being mightier, talking about the ram with the 2 horns, and one horn was higher than the other, right? That's talking about the Medes and then the Persians. You had the Medes, and then the Persians came. They were mightier. The Medo-Persian Empire. Then you had the Greeks that came in like a leopard. That's talking about the Greek Empire, also Alexander the Greek. Then you had the Romans that came, which was that 4th beast, right? So that's the order. So when you go into the Babylonian Empire, all the way down to the Roman Empire, right? The Babylonian Empire, the Medo-Persian Empire, Greek Empire, Roman Empire. That was Southern Kingdom that went through all that. The Northern Kingdom went to a land where no man dwelt, and they've been there since, which was the land of Azareth, which is called America today. That's the history. So before you go and you say that Native American Indians and Hispanics are not Israelites, you are going off, because that means you haven't been studying the secular history. You haven't been studying the secular history. Whether you believe it or not, Hispanics and Native American Indians are Israelites. If you don't believe it, that's fine. But I have the history I've studied. I have the history. I have the secular history. I have the dates. I can prove it. You can't prove it though. You can just talk shit, but you can't prove it. You can't prove it. And if you are believing in you believing in a bugged out doctrine. You probably getting history from Esau. That's why you bugged out. Because you're reading all these different philosophies of the heathen. And you gotta go to the scriptures and get the secular history, understanding the Diadochi Wars and the secular history, not contrary, but Salakia, according to the scriptures. But you don't want to believe in something that's contrary, something that's not going connected to the scriptures. You just going off of what the white man said because he said this. No, you have to go according to the scriptures. There's books that you can read that link up with the Bible. That's how you're going to understand, okay, the Hispanics and Native American Indians are Israelites. Okay, you're going to get it because it's going to go exactly on point with the prophecy. That's the thing. But if you go in contrary to something that you then looked up from a different doctrine or a different philosophy of somebody else, you're going to be bugged out because that's not going according to the scriptures. The things that we're breaking down is according to prophecy, which we have. We have books on secular history linking up, proving that the Northern Kingdom is the so-called Hispanics, Native American Indians. Those are the Northern Kingdom. So like it for the rambling, but I just want to prove the point. You guys don't do no secular history. That's why you don't know. Verse 19, it says, also Judah kept not the commandments of the Lord their power. See, Judah also didn't. They went off, right? But walked in the statutes of Israel, which they made. See, it says, but walked in the statutes of Israel, which they made. You see that? Verse 20, and the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel. See, so Israel went into captivity. The northern kingdom fell first, right? The southern kingdom was left, which was Judah, which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. That's the southern kingdom. They were left, but then they fell off, right? And it says, and the Lord rejected all the seed of Israel and afflicted them and delivered them into the hand of the spoilers. Who are the hand of the spoilers? The 17 heathen nations that's ruling over us today. Those are the spoilers. Number 2 on down to 18 are the spoilers. They're the ones that's ruling over us. The Lord gave us to the heathen nations because we revolted and we rebelled against the Lord. We didn't keep his laws, statutes, and commandments. We broke the old covenant. Right? We were disobedient. So the Lord, he gave us to the heathens. He gave us to the spoilers. And that's why we're at the bottom today. We're suffering due to the afflictions of due to the things that our forefathers have done. So we're suffering the curses of what our forefathers have done. Right? And delivered them into the hands of the spoilers until he had cast them out of his sight. You see that? Verse 21, for he rent Israel from the house of David, and they made Jeroboam, you see that? The son of Nebat, and Jeroboam drave Israel from following the Lord, right? Jeroboam was the one that became ruler over the northern kingdom. Rehoboam was the king over the southern kingdom. Israel split into 2 kingdoms after King Solomon died. Rehoboam took over the throne after his father died. After Solomon died, the Lord set it up for Rehoboam to rule, and he ruled the southern kingdom. But the northern kingdom was following Jeroboam, and Jeroboam led Israel astray. Right? It says Israel from following the Lord and made them sin a great sin. So the northern kingdom fell first. Right? And it says, verse 22, for the children of Israel walked in all the sins of Jeroboam, which he did, they departed not from them. See, they didn't depart from them. They followed Jeroboam, and Jeroboam led Israel astray, the northern kingdom. Verse 23, until the Lord removed Israel out of his sight, as he had said by all his servants, the prophets, so was Israel carried away out of their own land. So the northern kingdom fell already. It was just the southern kingdom left, right? They own land to Assyria unto this day. And the Syrian Empire, the Syrians came in. They took over in 720 BCE. You can look that up. The Assyrian Empire, they came in and they took over the northern kingdom in 720 BCE. So it was just Judah left. So when you go into Nebuchadnezzar and all the way down, that's all southern kingdom that went through that. Now there was a little bit of northern kingdom there going through that, but the southern kingdom fell already. The southern kingdom fell already. I mean, the northern kingdom fell already. Salakia. The southern kingdom was left, but the northern kingdom, they fell already. I meant to say the southern kingdom was left, but the northern kingdom fell already. They already fell already. You see that? And it says, and the king of Assyria brought men from Babylon, right, from Kuta and from Ua and from Hamath and from Sepharim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel, and they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. So I just want to read that. So now, the northern kingdom fell first, right? Now that we know that they fell first, now we're going to get the second part to it and wonder, where did they go? Where did the northern kingdom go after they revolted? Because they revolted against the Assyrian Empire. So where did the southern kingdom go? Where did Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar go? Where did the northern kingdom go? Where did they go? Right? Let's read about it. Where did they go? Where did the northern kingdom go? Right? We're going to read it. We're going to go down to verse 39. Where did they go? Because the southern kingdom was left. Just probably paraphrasing. Where did they go? This is 2nd Esdras 13 and 39. And it says, and whereas thou sawest that he gathered another peaceable multitude unto them, verse 40, those are the 10 tribes. The 10 tribes. You see that? The northern kingdom. The 10 tribes, right? That's the northern kingdom. The 10 tribes. I got to speak simple for people out there, right? Those are the 10 tribes which were carried away prisoners out of their own land in the time of Assyria, Hoshea the king, from Salmanazer, right? The king of Assyria led away captive and carried them over the waters, and so came into, it says, and so came they into another land. So the northern kingdom fell, and it went into captivity to the Assyrians. The Assyrians were ruling over them, right? So the northern kingdom fell to the Assyrians. The southern kingdom was left. All right. Verse 41, it says, but they took this counsel among themselves that they would leave the multitude of the heathen and go forth into a further country where neither mankind dwelt. You see that? So we'll get to the main point. I just want to get to the main point. I'll break it down in a minute because I don't want to make this long. Verse 42, that they might there keep their commandments, which they never kept in their own land, right? Verse 43, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow place of the river, right? Verse 44, for the Most High then showed signs for them and held still the flood. It says till they were passed over, right? Because the northern kingdom, they rebelled against the revolt of the Assyrian Empire. That's what I was going to say right here. You see that? So they revolted against them, right? They revolted against the Assyrian Empire, and they went to a land where no man dwelt. So you had the northern kingdom, the tribe of Issachar, they able to read the signs, right? They read the stars, use the signs, read the stars to navigate of what location where to go, because they had those capabilities. The Lord gave them the spirit to do that, right? So they went to a land where no man dwelt, right? It says where never mankind dwelt, right? Verse 42, it says that they might there keep their commandments, which they never kept in their own land, right? They didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments. The northern kingdom didn't. Verse 43, and they entered into Euphrates by the narrow of the places of the river. Verse 44, for the Most High then showed signs for them, and they held still the flood till they were passed over. Verse 45, for through that, it says, through that country there was a great way to go, namely of the year and a half, and the same region is called Azareth. So they went to a land where no one dwelt, which is the land of Azareth, right? Azareth is this place called America today. That's where they went. That's where the northern kingdom went. That's where the northern kingdom went. So when you talk about Native American Indians and Hispanics are not Israelites, you're going off. They're the northern kingdom. They went to a land where no man dwelt, which is America. Why do you think when the so-called white man came over here, there was already indigenous people here? There was already Native Americans here, because that's the northern kingdom. They went to the land of Azareth, which is now called America today. That's where they went. So when you come up with some madness and you get to talking about they're not Israelites, you going off because you don't know the secular history. You don't know the secular history. So Hispanics and Native American Indians are Israelites, regardless if you believe it or not. The Northern Kingdom, the so-called Hispanics and Native American Indians, they are Israelites. Look up the lunar stone. The lunar stone mentions it. There's more precepts on that, but I just wanted to break that part down so you can understand that the so-called Hispanics and Native American Indians are the Israelites. The Native American Indians and the Hispanics are Israelites, man. They are literally Israelites. And I'm going to share a video with you real quick too. So Salakia. So now, I'm going to prove in a video. This is the beloved brother Qadar Shapat. Alright, the brother of GMS. Brother did an awesome breakdown. He just did it 11 days ago. Now I'm going to play his clip, and he's going to prove to you that Hispanics are Israelites. Hispanics are Israelites, as well as Native Americans are Israelites. And this brother did a perfect video. So I'm going to share his video, and then I'm going to end it with that. I'm just going to show you a clip proving that Hispanics and Native American Indians are Israelites. Let's prove this, and we're going to wrap it up after this.
Included, right, the different tribes, this is why they have chinky eyes, all right? But even though some of them is lighter skin tone, you can't just automatically exclude them. Because when you read 1 Samuel 16 and 7, how does the Lord judge his people? He looketh on the spirit. What have you done to glorify me in the flesh? The Lord is not concerned about your skin tone, all right? Now, skin color for truth's sake, it does matter because color is in the Bible. Color matters for truth's sake. Like the Messiah being a so-called black man from Judah, the angels being so-called black men, God himself, which his name is Yahweh, being a so-called black man. It does matter, but when you're dealing with seed line, it does not matter, all right? It only matters for truth's sake. So now we got to get that out the way. Now, another thing I'm going to tackle before I get to Genesis, the 49th chapter, you have a lot of hate and divide and conquer amongst our people. And when I say amongst our people, I'm talking about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Because what inspired me to do this video is based off of this loser right here. All right? And this guy, he hasn't done a video in like 6 years. All right? Spreading nothing but confusion.
And that goes to that same Yahuwah individual. You calling me a heathen. And you're doing the same thing as this dude on this fucking video that the beloved brother is sharing. You're doing the same shit as him, and you're not knowing the scriptures. You're not knowing the secular history. So check this out. I'm gonna get to the main point that he's gonna prove. He's gonna prove that Hispanics are Israelites just as much as Native Americans are Israelites. I showed you the lunar stone proving that us Native Americans are of the tribe of Gad. We are of the Northern Kingdom. And if I want, I can go to Genesis, the 49th chapter, and prove that we are the Native American Indians. I can prove that too. Which, Lord willing, if the Lord put the Spirit on me, I'm going to do that. So let's get back to the video because he's going to get to the main point.
Because he's brainwashed. He thinks skin tone or skin color determines your nationality. Like if the Heavenly Father is going to reject you through his son because you're lighter skin tone. No. You always had the men of Israel, when you read in the scriptures, they always had heathen wives. Even our patriarchs. Jacob's 12 sons. Remember, Jacob's name was changed to Israel, right? His 12 sons, right? That's who we are descendants of. And the way how they started the 12 tribes of Israel, that was through heathen women. But that was based off of what? Their seed line. So you need to understand it. This is before, remember, the only Israelite woman was who? Dinah. When you read in the book of Genesis. And once she got raped by Shechem, which was a Hamite, right? You didn't even hear about her no more for the rest of the story. Why? Because she doesn't carry seed. Women don't carry seed. That's why it doesn't benefit a woman to have multiple sleeping partners, because she can only get pregnant once. Versus a man, he can impregnate multiple women at once. And this is how you have over 9 billion people on the planet Earth. See, back in the ancient times, we had polygamous relationships when you read in the scriptures, all right? Now, is that a wise thing to do now? Maybe not, depending on your finances, but it's not wrong. It's not against the law, all right? So this guy is spreading nothing but confusion, right? And I'm just going to show you that the Mexicans are Israelites, all right? So if you come across individuals like this completely ignore them. They're in the spirit of delusion. They're not a part of the elect of the nation of Israel. All right? When you read in the scriptures, the Heavenly Father, he said he's going to recover his remnant, mentioned in Isaiah, the 11th chapter, right? Verses 11 through 12. Revelation, the 7th chapter, right? The Israelite seed is scattered amongst the heathen from previous captivities, from different slave trades that took place, right? From the different migrations of the Israelites. So the seed line of Jacob is everywhere. And some of them is going to look like heathen on the outward appearance. But their spirit and their bloodline is going to go back to who? Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. One of the 12 tribes of Israel. All right? So if you come across individuals or videos like this, ignore it. So now, I'm going to keep that open, right? Now, let's read about this real quick concerning the name Mexico and its Hebrew origin.
So now we're going to get to the point. Now listen to this. All you Yahuwah motherfuckers, listen to this. This is why you can't say that Hispanics and Native American Indians are not Israelites. You got to really do your research and know what you're talking about. And you have to make sure that the person that you're listening to knows what he's talking about. Because if not, you're going to go out there or you're going to say something to the wrong person and they're going to have you looking stupid. So you want to really make sure whoever you're listening to out there, it's best that they know or sure on what they're saying and what they're talking about. So let's get to this part, and then I'm going to get two more precepts proving that that Native American Indians are Israelites. Just as well Hispanics. They're Israelites.
So it says, give me a second. It's a little blurry. It says, there has also been suggestion of Hebrew origin. This is concerning the name Mexico, right? It says, according to a letter written by a Creole priest, Fray Servando Teresa de Mer, and translated by Jace Willard, many Nahutai, which is Aztec, right? Aztec names, it says, had Hebrew roots. And see, when you look at the Israelites, for an example, you got Pacific tribes in Africa, they was practicing what the so-called white man calls Judaism, which Judaism, that's just some modern term that they call it. But really, when they say Judaism, they referring to the Torah, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments that's written in the Old Testament, like the sacrificial laws, the ceremonial laws, the marriage, relationship laws, right? Inheritance rights, the duty of the priest. I'm just giving you some examples. So when you look at Israelites in Africa, they was practicing what you call Judaism. All right, they was rehearsing the righteous acts of the law through faith. Why? Because they know that they're Israelites. It's no different than the Indian tribes here in the Americas and different Caribbean islands. All right, whether it be Israelites that's in Africa, like the Ashanti, the Bantu people, right? So forth and so on, the Igbo, the Yoruba. It's no different than the different Indian tribes, rehearsing the Torah here in America. Why? Because we're the same people. You got the northern and the southern kingdom, all right? And I'm gonna cover all that because we need to understand where this divide and conquer spirit comes from. Why so-called black people, not all of them, but why?
So like, I'm gonna get to the main point. Alrighty.
It means where the Messiah is worshipped, all right? And Mexi, it means anointed. It pretty much just goes back to the Hebrew, just showing you that these are Israelites, all right? And I'll leave that there.
See, so the main point, Salakia for the long thing. The main point, though, is to show you that Hispanics and Native American Indians are Israelites, man. So I'm going to wrap it up with two of these precepts right here. So I don't want to make the video pretty long, 34 minutes. I just wanted to get to the point and prove this. Because you got a lot of people out there that's just not understanding. You're just not understanding. This is Genesis 49. And let me go to Gad. I want to just get to the main point. Because Gad is the so-called Native American Indians. This is Genesis 49:9. It says, Gad, a troop shall overcome him. And what is the troop that overcame them? The U.S. troops. Okay, the U.S. troops was taken down. You can look this up on the Queen Anne's Wars, the King Philip Wars, the Trailer Tears, Wounded Knee, Indian Seminole Wars, right? All of these wars I can name is proven that the so-called Native American Indians are of the tribe of Gad. They were a troop shall overcome them. They were taken down by the U.S. troops, right? And it says, but he shall overcome at the last, because Gad is going to overcome at the last. Now we lost this land, right? The so-called white man, he took over. He took over this land. He conquered it with what? Bloodshed, rape, murder, right? And he made a holiday out of the memorial of his bloodshed, of his wickedness, of his victory. And he calls it what? Thanksgiving. Now I'm going to get one more precept out, and then we're going to wrap it up with this. Now I'll get that right here, right? Let me get that precept out. Get that up. Arrows. Let's see if I can get that precept out. I think it's First Chronicles, I believe. I think it's First Chronicles. First Chronicles. I think it's 10. No, I don't think that's it. Let me see. Arrows. Salakia, here it is. First Chronicles 5:18. It says the sons of Reuben and Gadites. See, the sons of Reuben and Gadites, right, and half of the tribe of Manasseh, of valiant men, able to bear buckler and sword, and to shoot with bow, right, and skillful in war, were 440,703 that went out to the war. So there you go. That proves right here that they're Israelites, man. That proves that they Israelites. The tribe of Gad is Israelites, man. They are Israelites. So wait, Salakia for the long thing and a long video. I just wanted to get to the point and prove it. All right. The so-called Native American Indians are Israelites, man. They are Israelites. Hispanics and Native American Indians are Israelites. So on to the next one. Salakia for making this a long video, but I just wanted to prove a point in this lesson. On to the next one. To the next one I must say, Shalom.